to. Hey, Toyota fans, welcome back to another Toyota Tuesday. This is our 30th show. So we've been around
30.
30, the big 30, man. We've been
That's
at this
nuts.
for, what, about a year now, I think. So,
That's nuts.
yeah, we're getting somewhere. I'm Brian from Sixth Gear Garage, and I have with me my guest, Clinton from Dirt Garage.
Hey guys,
And this is a show we do about, well, every other week, but sometimes we miss a couple weeks for people being
for
sick
reasons.
or
Yeah.
off-roading or wrenching or whatever. So it's been about a month actually since the last show. So thanks for checking in. We try and do this show every couple weeks. But this is an hour show where we talk with all of our fans about anything Toyota related. We want to hear what you have to say about your trucks and help you with any questions you might have. And also send us a picture of your vehicles to Toyota Tuesdays at gmail.com.
Oh,
And
we missed an introduction. I forgot. That's Phoenix.
oh, you got a new, yeah. There you go.
My cat's there.
I didn't even realize it.
He's black. He blends in. I didn't realize it either until I saw it on the stream.
This is his show too, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he likes to make an appearance.
My cats are camera shy. They want nothing to do
Yeah,
with this. No.
that's
I
funny.
think there was actually one in here, but he's out now.
This guy makes regular appearances in my videos.
Yeah.
He's a shop cat.
So, what have you been up to over the last month? I did see your 63s video.
About pretty much that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, haven't been out much. My buddy Corey, who I usually go out with wheeling, he blew up his front diff. So,
Yeah.
and snow wheeling, you can't really go out alone, or you shouldn't go out alone.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's kind of taking it easy.
that's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw you had a nice flex on that snowbank there. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. I can definitely get it better. It's just my whole alley there is complete ice sheet, so there's only so much I can do even fully locked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not hoping, I'm gonna go out tomorrow and do some filming and actually try to test them out a bit. But
Nice.
yeah, it should be good.
I noticed too I mean, of course, you're Clinton. He's from Canada, if you don't know. And it's like in the video where he's just trying to talk, you can just see like clouds of uh,
Oh,
condensation, just
from my
steam
mouth,
coming out of his
yes.
mouth. Yeah, I'm like, man, it's cold there.
That's a staple of Dirt Garage during the winter.
It
You can
is,
always
man.
see my breath.
Like, I could not wrench with you, man. I'm not that hardcore. When it's below like 32, man, I'm out of the garage. I'm in the house or in the
Yeah,
basement, you
I
know.
actually have a wood stove in my shop now, but I haven't had wood, so just deal with it. I'm
Now,
used
props
to
to
it.
you.
Thanks.
Let's see. Stefan, what's up? Thanks for checking in on the show. Um, I haven't really been doing too much Toyota related because, of course, winter. And we have had, I don't know about if it's Canadian level snow. We've had like a lot of snow in the last month.
Nice.
Probably the most I've seen here in like 5 years. So it's been a pretty snowy winter.
Yeah, we had the same thing like a month ago. We had just a huge dump, but the last like 3 weeks have been unusually warm,
Okay.
like plus temperatures during the week. So we've been having a fair bit of meltdown.
Okay.
But I mean, it's still like a foot and a half out my window there.
Oh, okay. You got more than us. We're probably about a foot.
Yeah, we went from like 3.5 feet to like a foot and a half real quick.
Okay.
Like in town. That's not even like out where we go wheeling up the mountains, which is where you normally find lots of snow. But
Nice.
yeah.
I have had actually one Toyota related project going, and I'm kind of excited to share this with you guys. I'm always
You get
getting
another truck?
no, no, no. I'm out of room, man. I've got
Uh,
let's see, I've got the 85. What's left of the 87? That's the one that has the broken, rusty, cracked frame.
yeah.
The 1980, which is next in line, and then I've got a very rusty two-wheel drive 87 sitting in the back tree line, and I'm supposed to keep all my stuff indoors. That's kind of like the agreement of getting the pole
Oh.
barn. She's like, "Oh, you can keep all your stuff out of the yard now, out of the driveway now." So, um,
Whole bunch of NFTs. I saw that on Instagram. Somebody said, I've got lots of NFTs, non-functional Toyotas.
yes, Yeah.
The only NFTs I'm invested in.
And the one of the tree line was cool until like fall was over, and then all the leaves fell off, and you could see it from the back window. So
Mhm.
I'm on. I've kind of got some flack to get rid of that one and move it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no new trucks, but I'm always getting questions from my subscribers and viewers about, hey, do you have this part or do you have that part? What are you doing with this part from this truck? So I've I had a ton of photos. I built a website. It's not really like an e-commerce site. I just kind of built. It's more like it's like built off of WordPress, but it is a an inventory of all the extra parts. Well, not all, but all the ones I've taken pictures of that I am willing to sell or trade. So
Nice.
this is something that it's kind of like a small operation. And I kind of want to keep it in like the Toyota community, just like enthusiasts,
Yeah.
kind of a bonus of subscribing to us. So I'll put this in the comments here. It's sixthgeargarage.net/Yota, and that's something I'm going to continually update over time as I get around to digging out more parts. Mainly, my basement is full. I have no more room,
Yeah.
so problems, right?
Yeah.
But
Mushroom Tip says he's been listing his parts on eBay. I've done that with a few of my parts that I've know have value, but had no reason to actually hold on to them.
yeah, yeah, and I've used eBay in the past.
Yeah.
Well, for one,
I've also
their
I've
fees
also
are.
got a habit of just throwing parts away because I have got no use in them and they take up space.
Oh man, see, I'd rather take the time and ship it and give it away to someone watching right now.
Yeah.
If obviously if they pay for shipping, then just throw it away because
Like especially doing solid axle swaps, we've like straight up taking so many like stock front ends and gears to the dump.
yeah.
It's because it's like, I mean,
But who
to
wants
us
that?
they're useless. None of us have IFS.
Yeah.
And yeah, not very many people are actually looking for IFS specific parts because most of the people just let their IFS get clapped out and then cut it all off and throw a solid axle under it, right?
Right,
But
right.
there is people that do want it, and I do see posts for them every once in a while or get asked for them, but the whole front end takes up so much clutter and it's
It,
heavy, so it's easier just to get rid of it as soon as you're done with it.
it's just weird, like the parts in different regions that people don't want. Like you have nothing to do with like IFS,
Yeah.
West Coast and like Oregon, Washington. They don't want anything to do with like they have no use for beds or frames.
Yeah.
Of the extra beds of frames. Here in Ohio, that's gold. But all of our interior parts are great. I've practically
Yeah.
given away bench seats because
Yeah.
they last forever because it's so cloudy here all the time. But yeah.
Also, like the stock chain drive cases behind the V6 trannies, we've thrown out so many of those because there's so many of them out there, and I don't think they're worth much.
It's funny you say
Once you
that.
go
I've
duals, yeah.
I've got I think two or three now just of the original
Yeah.
G series transfer cases because no everybody wants the W56 parts. Nobody wants the G series stuff.
Yeah.
But
Although I should start keeping those because what are the Northwest Fab? They just came out with a doubler for the stock chain cases.
oh, there you go.
So you don't need the have two gear drive cases anymore to make it work.
Nice.
Yeah, which is actually kind of cool. It's great to see new products getting added to the market for these old Toyotas that especially yeah, because so many people have just no use in those anymore. And there's so many of those chain cases out there from people who threw the like the doublers, right? Putting gear drive cases in their V6 trucks. But yeah, now you have an option and it's cheaper overall to go with dual cha- chain cases than to try to source two gear drive cases because those have gotten up in price.
Yeah.
The
Then
first,
again, what hasn't gone up in price in the
yeah,
last
the
year?
first gear drive case I bought, I think I paid like $30 for it. And recently I've seen them for like 250, $300 just for a transfer case.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I remember in my first two trucks I parted out, this would be like 2000 or like 11, 12, something like that. I sold the crack-free dashboards for like I think $100 each.
mhm.
And nowadays, like if you can find one, like they're at least like $500. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is nuts.
Like you said, man, NFT, invest in those non-functional Toyotas.
Non-functional Toyotas. Yeah, it can be a good investment if you
It,
part them out
it can.
and you get the right deal.
Yeah.
You see good deals all the time on just rotten or non-functional
Yeah.
Toyotas. uh,
So,
if you
yeah,
have
man,
any
it's
456 IFS gears, let me know.
yeah, those are the 456s. Those came on what was the combo for
V6
that?
auto
Auto, yeah.
89 to 92.
Okay.
93 and up, V6 auto was 48.
Okay. Yeah, those are kind of gold to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 456 is better than the 488 because you can still regear them. The standard V6 housing. 488s are a very specific housing. You can't go and buy aftermarket gears and put them in there. If you blow your ring and pinion, you're stuck with
Oh,
Toyota gears.
didn't
And
know
we
that.
priced this out once when Corey's truck, it came with factory 488s. And he needed new gears. It was $1,600 for new gears from Toyota, or for just the gears. Or you could spend $2,000 and get a whole third member with the gears in
Jeez.
it, already set up from Toyota.
Yeah.
It's so dumb, but yeah. So you're better off regearing a 456 or a 410 V6, which are so easy to find. Because yeah, like gear said, it's significantly cheaper than what it is from Toyota.
All right, I learned something new in the show already. Thanks.
No worries.
Um, yeah, being as we have, oh, you know what? Let me check the email first. It's been like a month since I've checked anything from you guys.
You've been in there.
Yeah. Let's see here.
The email's not pinned either.
We have a couple spams, and that's it.
Spam.
Yeah, actually, what is this? Oh, people, whoa. This is big, man. We're getting huge. People want us to promote their product. What is it?
What?
I don't know.
That's not
Um,
real.
they don't. Oh, are you interested in promoting some unique mineral water from the old Czech water source? What is this? It's
Heck
full.
yeah.
It's full of vitamins and nutrients, man.
You're giving them free promotion right
I,
now.
I
What do you
think I
do?
think we did. Yeah, send us that water. What else? What else do we have in here? um,
That's kind of strange
it's
that
all.
that would go
It's
through on a channel with
it is,
188 subscribers.
and this is all written in the same way too. It's all from the same company. We got some use from any what is this? Um, athletic or Athla clothing brand.
Cool.
Yeah. And what is this? Also written in the same format. World's largest brands. It doesn't say what for. It's just a very large brand wants to promote us.
A
Um,
very large brand. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, also another clothing brand. All from .cz, which is I don't know what that is. Czechoslovakia? I don't know. But
Sweet. Hit them up.
yeah, we could be dressed pretty nice here, drinking some fancy water on the show.
Get a beer
Um,
sponsor. It'd be even better.
that's what we need to work on. Yes. All right, we got one here.
I would love to have a beer sponsor.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Oh, I saw this. Someone sent me this ad. This was on Facebook a while back. This guy has like 30 something trucks here.
Hmm.
Um, he's selling a whole lot. There's around 33 pickups and 4Runners, some Tacomas. He's asking 43K for everything. Um, it's worth the money. Parts are very high now. Blah 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 blah. His number 660-281-4901. He's in Missouri, and there was a bunch of pictures. Um, yeah,
That's a lot of dough.
it's a lot of dough, man. But think about that. That's what, maybe 1,100 per truck, about something like that. Less than that.
I guess
Um,
if you can make like four good trucks with today's market out
yeah,
of the
you're
bunch,
good,
you made your money back.
and you'll never need to look for another part like for life. You'll have it. You also need like a spare acre to park all your trucks
Yeah.
on. There's that. So it wouldn't work out for me too well. But yeah, uh, probably the biggest. I've seen some big lots of Toyotas for sale, and that's by far the biggest. So if you're in Missouri, man, there's a good deal waiting for you.
I don't think I've ever seen a lot of Toyotas for sale.
No.
It's crazy.
Um, well, we got no comments, questions right now, so send us your challenging questions over here. I got Clinton here today, so anything drivetrain related or V8 related, swap related, he's the
Yeah,
guy.
I'm your guy.
um,
Oh, sorry.
I have, however, been saving up a lot of for sale ads in the marketplace, so we'll take a look at those
Sweet.
while we wait for some questions to roll in here. Um, we always start with the old stuff. Let's start with the new stuff and work our way back here. This is
New stuff.
well, newer stuff. I don't follow the brand new stuff. Um, got a 2003 4Runner. I'm not a huge fan of the fourth gen 4Runners. They just don't have the beefy look that the third gens had, you know. But
I like
200,000
them.
miles.
I think they can look really good, but bone stock they look fully soccer mom mobile.
That's it to me.
But
Yes,
like a mile lift in like 33s really makes them look really good, and like you can get them in V8s
yes,
that too
that is
easy,
true.
and then yeah, you have pretty cool little rig if you got the V8 one,
Well,
and
after I
yeah, just
saw
it
this,
doesn't need much.
yeah, they don't. And after I saw this, I completely agree with you because this thing just looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks great. That's what I mean. Like they only need that little bit, and they all of a sudden transforms it entirely.
They do.
Like I would love to drive that thing.
Yeah, that'd be one hell of a nice daily. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the front bumper really helps it out too.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there you go. That was 2003
Are they
4Runner.
33s?
They were 35s.
Oh, it's got the like Hilux surf mirrors.
I did not notice that. Yeah, you're
Oh, it's
Oh, I
only
see.
two-wheel drive.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's only two-wheel drive.
It's a two runner.
It is a two-runner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got the little surf mirror.
I just not noticed that. Where it was? Oh, it was in Texas. Okay. So yeah, it was left-hand drive. So I guess they just tacked that on there for I don't know extra
Fun.
visibility. Yeah, for fun.
I don't think I've ever seen one with one factory.
No, me neither. Um, here we go. Guess I got a couple third gen trucks here for you. We got
For me,
yeah, you're a big fan of everything third gen. 92 pickup, 18 grand, North Carolina. This has a 150,000 mile 1.9 liter Volkswagen TDI swap, 135 horsepower, stage 1 injectors, 4-inch solid axle swap kit, and 488s, long spline front axles, and disc brake conversion, 20-inch by 12-inch wheels, 135 tires, and another set of 15 by 10s as well. So 18 grand, you get a diesel swapped SAS. Um, they were just
single
with the
cab.
they were just with the 20 by 10s. Um, not used to seeing that. I'll be honest, man. It's messed with my head a little bit. And he's got it.
Yeah,
You can tell he puts this thing to work too by all the firewood in the bed. He's hauling looks like a gooseneck trailer with it there.
I'll
But
never understand that look.
no, I mean to me it almost looks like an RC truck, like a
Yeah,
life-size RC truck.
it's not my taste, that's for sure. I
But
like 15s. The
yeah,
only
I'm
reason I
with you.
settled on a 17 is because it's much easier to find tires for a 17-inch rim than it is a 15.
Yeah,
But if I had a choice, I'd be 15s.
but yeah, there's the swap in there. I'd never seen this swap before. It's got a lot of room.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're tiny little motors, the TDIs.
Actually, that might I don't know. See how he's got that attached. It might actually be like sitting on a hitch or something. I don't know. But yeah, there it is,
Is that
squatting again.
attached?
I don't think it's going in the bed. Cause look how far back it is. I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, more firewood. Vertical photos. God, I hate vertical photos. There we go. There's another picture of the engine bay there.
That radiator situation is weird. He's got the intercooler
And
crammed in front of it and spaced the radiator back.
yeah, yeah. I guess why would you do that? I don't know. I don't know why you do it that way, but
Eat up a bunch of room up
I
there.
guess if you got the space, right?
Looks like he's running. Must be an electric fan on the other side. I don't see a clutch fan in there.
Yeah, yeah, it's got to be.
Weird.
Yeah. So 18 grand. There's a nice flex on the 20s there. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of work
That
done, but
photo made me dislike those rims even more. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's lots of people that like that. It's not my taste.
Watch, man, it's gonna be the next big thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Um,
I'm surprised it's not just squatting without a load in the back.
right.
Kind of goes with the look.
I got some questions rolling in. Jump over here real quick. Um, oh man, this is a tough one. JR 5425. If you two ever decide to sell your Toyota pickups, what would be your price?
I have a not for sale price, and it's 25 grand.
25 grand? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my not for sale price.
Okay.
It's high, but that's because it's not for sale.
Yeah. Um,
So, if I were to ever sell it, which I don't think I ever will, I don't know what I'd ask.
yeah, I'm with you. As long as I'm not bedridden, I don't ever see myself selling my truck. So,
Hmm.
um, then
I kind of
again,
made a point of getting my truck back on the road after the fire because it means that much to me, and the channel kind of revolves around it.
it
So,
does. That's true, man. Yeah, you guys would all unsubscribe if I sold my 85.
yeah. So, yeah,
um,
it's there.
honestly, man, my truck's it looks a lot better on video because you can't see all the flaws, as I'm
Mine
sure
too.
yeah, yours does. Um, I don't know. Right now, I guess I would think a fair price for my truck might be 15K. Like if I actually wanted to sell it for, a decent amount and get some bites, I probably would list it as that. But that's obviously not actually for sale.
Mhm.
Um,
I couldn't build the same truck for 25 grand. So,
that too, man. Yeah, I couldn't buy another truck and build it for 15K.
yeah. So,
Edgar has a 85 4x4 extended cab 22 RE and clutch just went out. Any advice on what to get? Uh, what kit to get? What else should I replace while replacing the clutch? Um, I mean, if it's just your daily driver stock, just go with the, you know, uh, what's like XZE, like the organic clutch or whatever. You don't need to go fancy anything like high performance. That's just gonna make it, trickier to
always
engage and
go Aizen. Don't buy any other clutch.
really.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
buy any other clutch. Aizen is way better.
Is it? All right.
Aizen, go on Rock Auto, buy Aizen, then you're buying OEM parts with Rock Auto prices, and they last way longer than like Luke clutches or just um, any of the cheap ones you'll find, or even the this. When I originally did the 3-4 swap and supercharged swap, I thought, oh, it's got more power, and I'm using a 3-liter clutch, which is only rated for 145 horsepower, not the 200 and whatever the supercharger put out. So I was like, oh, I better put a high performance stage 2 clutch in it. It was trash. It was so hard to shift, and it lasted like a year. And then I went and I got a Aizen one, just an OEM one for a 3-liter, and it worked up until I did the 1UZ swap
Really?
for many years.
All right. Well,
You've got a way better clutching experience if you just get the Aizen one. It's not much more than the cheap ones, and it's an OEM part.
yeah, that's true.
So,
I guess, yeah, Edgar, I mean, how many miles do you have on your current clutch? And look at it that
yeah,
way. How many hundred plus
yes,
thousand miles has it treated you well?
something
Um,
like that. Yeah, it's worth going OEM. It's You'll spend a couple extra bucks, but it's still cheaper buying on a Rock Auto than if you went to like a local parts store to get an Aizen one. So
yeah.
it's probably the same price. Same with
Um,
like water pumps and timing belts and stuff like that. Just better off to go Aizen.
yeah.
Same logic. Yeah, how many kilometers or miles has the original one got you? You're not going to get the same experience from a cheap one.
Right. Yeah. Especially don't buy any of the eBay China crap
Yeah.
for something like that, especially.
Hmm.
I bought cheap
Also,
parts in a pinch, like maybe
yeah.
a slave cylinder for a clutch or something like that. But that's easy to
Also,
change.
apparently, I was being a straight up boss pulling Max Powell's Tacoma out up the embankment. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And Max Powell's going to be at my house in like 2 weeks here. We're going to fix his FJ62, his
Nice.
transfer case. I don't know if you know who Max Powell is.
I did
another
not.
Toyota YouTuber.
Okay. Local to you, I assume, or does he have
No,
a long haul?
he's south of Seattle.
Oh, okay. That's a quite a hike.
Yeah, and he's towing his Land Cruiser up here.
Um,
Yeah, he bought an extremely expensive Land Cruiser. It was like 24 grand or something for a 62.
Jeez.
Shortly after the tranny died in it, and he had to get the tranny shipped, or a tranny he located was in California, and he had to get that brought up, but it was like $800 he paid for it, which is a lot for a tranny, I thought. And then I guess the shop that was installing the tranny set refused to work to put the transfer case in because they noticed that the transfer case was worn out and is about to blow up too. So after blowing up a tranny and now apparently a transfer case, he still can't drive the truck. So I found him. One of my buddies had a tranny and a transfer case for $600 Canadian. So like $4 US.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's like 475 or something US to the 600 Canadian, which is way cheaper
For sure.
for a tranny and transfer case. So he's towing his truck up here, and we're gonna get it running again for him, or
Nice.
his Land Cruiser.
Will there be video?
There will be video, yeah.
Nice. All right, look
Yeah,
forward to
you
that.
guys should check out his video on his Land Cruiser too. It's quite the story.
Yeah, I'll have to. Actually, I didn't even know of him. I'll subscribe and check it out.
Yeah.
Um, Edgar, while you have the clutch out, a couple things you want to replace while you're in there. The throw up bearing, the pilot bearing, and you want to check out your flywheel and just make sure it's not glazed over or cracked or like surface cracked or anything like that. If it
With
is, well,
with
what
that
do you
being
get?
said, if you buy the Asian kit, it comes with a pilot bearing and throw bearing.
Oh, good. Because yeah,
So
that's the especially yeah, that's like the dumbest thing you want to cheap out on because they're like
yeah,
what, $15? I mean,
yeah, and you're right there.
yeah.
And they're the most annoying thing ever when they go because you hear squealing.
Hmm.
It like, yeah, on normal driving without even pressing the clutch, you'll just hear the pilot, or not the pilot, the throw bearing sitting there spinning and making a lot of racket.
Yep.
But
So yeah, good luck with that. Um, what else we got here? How hard? This is for you, Clinton. How hard was the 1UZ swap other than lighting it on fire?
I wouldn't say anything was particularly hard, but my skill set is very different than other people's skill sets. And it's kind of hard to take that into account when telling people how hard something is.
You did make it
To
look
be
easy.
honest, me from like 5 years ago would think it's extremely hard.
Yeah.
So, based on your experience, if you've done 3-4 swaps, it is more difficult than a 3-4 swap. You need to make motor mounts. But other than that, you can make most of everything else bolt up with the right parts. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
And you
It's
did.
it can be tedious, and there's a lot of things to do. But if you got a fairly basic understanding about how motors work or engines and how to do engine swaps, it's fairly straightforward.
Yeah. And you had a good video clip on doing the mounts. So I mean, that was really the
Yeah,
only fab that you had to do, right?
yeah, and the mounts. I think I did show my second set of mounts. I showed actually making the mounts for the 2UZ. I didn't show what I did for the 1UZ. I did end up doing it differently.
Okay.
But either way, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. But yeah, he's got a bunch of videos on
Mhm.
the 1UZ swap. So
Yeah, I've got lots of information on it. I've talked about my new mounts, but I use 4BT Cummins engine mounts on the Lexus engine, and then just built brackets off my frame. I had to cut off the factory mounts, but
okay.
it's pretty straightforward.
Let's see here. Jay, no way. You can get way more for yours. I just sold mine for 15K. All right. Well, yeah, you're probably right. Looking at some of these crazy prices that we're going through every week, I guess I might as well add a few grand on there. Wouldn't hurt.
I find it depends where you post it to.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely like I said, it looks good in video, but it's definitely not bring a trailer worthy. It's got
Nah, throw her up and bring a trailer.
You never know though, man. I've seen some crazy stuff go for pretty high dollars on there. All right. We're all caught up. We'll go back over to the marketplace. Jump into some older stuff here. This is a 1980 Toyota pickup. Listed as G100, but that's because Facebook doesn't have pickup. Here in United States in Kansas City, for 6 grand. Let's see here. Not much info on it, but it has 35,690 miles.
How many
I,
times rolled
I,
over?
I, I gotta say, at least one says rolled over. Um,
You can't trust those first gens
you cannot.
odometers. I mean, you can't trust a lot of odometers. It's super easy to roll back even second and third gen odometers. I've done it when I did the SR5 cluster swap. I've adjusted the odometer to match. I didn't roll it back. I think Toyotas is pretty funny. A lot of owners, if they had the opportunity, I think they'd turn them up, not down.
Exactly. It's bragging rights, you know?
It is bragging rights.
um, well, plus I don't know what year um, they added the sixth digit on there, but I know some of the first gens. I know my
Mhm.
80 has this. It's only 5 digits, so as soon as you hit it 9999, it starts over at zero again.
Fair enough.
So
You need
this
to check
this might be that.
CarProof or Carfax and see what it was registered at, or what the odometer was the last times it's been registered, to see if that's actually accurate.
Yeah, and I think that only goes back to 82, if I'm correct.
I'm
Um,
not. I mean, it should go back as far as the vehicle has changed hands.
not unless they have something different
Because
up there.
that
Do you
that
guys have
that keeps track of.
Carfax?
Okay, so in Canada it's called CarProof,
Okay,
and
different
it
thing then.
might be different.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every single time a vehicle is registered and changed hands, because every single time, I'm not sure how it works down there, but every single time you buy a vehicle, you have to register it into your own name and then put insurance on it, right?
Yeah.
And then that registration is yours. It doesn't expire ever until you sell it. Then the new owner has to register it in their own name.
Okay.
But every single time that's done, the odometer reading and sale price is put into a database that you can access.
They do that now, but up until I think it's like 82 maybe 81, something like that. We only had uh I think 10 digit VINs, or we had a shorter VIN number. And then
Okay.
after I think 82 or maybe 81, they went to that what's it, 17 digit VIN, probably the same thing
Mhm.
you guys have. And I'm pretty sure I tried a Carfax once on my 80, not my Land Cruiser 80, because that's
Yeah.
Japanese VIN, but my pickup 80, and I think it didn't work because it was too old. But
The Japanese VIN doesn't pull.
that doesn't work either. Yeah.
Oh. Because yeah, soon here you could definitely pull JDM cars on
Really?
Carfax or
Okay.
CarProof too. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
But
if it's been registered in Canada.
yeah, only if that. Okay. Yeah.
I just assumed the states would have the same sort of system.
No, they. Come on. Does the United States take care of its people? No. Did you? Yeah. You guys. You look up your VINs and you just head over and grab your free health care and you're all set.
Have
Nah.
free healthcare? Yeah.
We're on our own here, man. It's the wild, wild South.
That's
Um,
funny.
all right, back over to this was the $6,000 1980, and as you can tell, this does not have 35,000 original miles.
No, it is a rusty
Yeah.
mess. Seeing the
Um,
body, I can't think that the frame is very good.
makes you wonder.
Okay.
Um, oh, here we go.
I like the yellow tailgate. Oh, it's
I,
a nice
I
touch.
do. I like the natural patina.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a lot nicer than any tailgate I had for my first gen. But yeah, frame's actually in pretty solid shape.
Nah, that photo's concealing. What is that piece of metal welded behind that engine
I'm
or that
looking
body
at
mount?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is weird.
There's a piece of angle iron welded there.
It is, but that's not. I don't see how that would.
Also, that body mount's rotten.
That right there. Oh,
The
that right
whole,
there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see that now. Yeah.
oh, I mean, on the cab, that whole
Oh, there
circle
too.
it looks like it's all rotted out on the inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Also,
So a
what's
little
going
rough
on with
around.
the leaf spring pin?
Yeah, I don't know. And the leaf spring's definitely newer. It's the only
Also,
thing that's
is
not
that
rusty.
exhaust pipe not attached to the muffler, or am I seeing things?
That's just the that saves weight if you don't have the rest of your exhaust. It sheds some pounds. It helps with acceleration.
No, I mean on the other side of the
Oh,
bumper,
that.
it doesn't even look physically attached
Um,
there. Is
that's just the early stages of the weight savings.
okay.
It's just going to work its way up and just keep shedding weight.
Yeah, I just went full screen. That body mount is definitely
That's
destroyed or
yeah.
rotten.
Yeah,
Nice.
amazingly, the rest of the body is not as bad as it should be.
Although rotten body mounts is somewhat common, and the rest of your frame can be fine, and you can still buy brand new body mounts to weld onto your frame at dealerships.
I never knew that.
Yep.
You are like a database of things still available at dealerships. I'm
Been
impressed.
there, done that. Yeah. Um, we've looked it up on Corey's truck, his last truck, before we decided to completely scrap that frame. We looked up what it would take to replace the body mounts, and yeah, you could buy brand new body mounts even for like second gen, third gen trucks. I'm not sure about first gen. I don't know if they're the same
Yeah,
body mounts, but yeah, on the older trucks you can go just buy brand new body mounts, like the piece that welds to the frame.
yeah.
You can go and buy that right from Toyota, and
Good
then
to
just
know.
cut off your old one and weld a new one
Good to know. Actually,
on.
I was just doing some research, and all the door handles that get all white and chalky on all the
Yep.
trucks, you can still buy those brand new, as well
Yeah, that
as
doesn't surprise.
the plastic piece around it that
It's
always
surprising
corrodes.
the amount of stuff you could still buy brand new. And
Yeah,
Toyota's been working on bringing a ton of parts back
yeah.
as part of their, what did they call it?
Um,
They had some sort of like
I remember that.
heritage or legacy
Yeah,
vehicle collector thing. So they vowed to like bring back X amount of parts or old stock or reproducing. I don't know. They
yeah,
started reproducing a ton of old parts again just to keep all the old Toyotas on the road, which is really cool.
yeah. That is cool.
To buy OEM parts, which yeah might be why you could go buy brand new cab mounts.
Um, see here. Hang on a second. Let me go back to. I just got an interesting comment. Devin's been looking at FJ80s on the marketplace and drooling. They're way out of my budget, unfortunately. The one he was
Me
looking
too.
at was in Toronto, diesel, 5-speed, lockers and barn doors blue. Didn't we look at that?
We did look at one that
I
sounds
think we saw
awfully
that.
familiar to that, but wasn't it super base?
It was very, and you know what? It was out of Venezuela, I think. It was from
Okay,
South America.
so I don't remember it having barn doors
It
either,
was
but
like
I
a
could be wrong.
97 or 8 or something like that. Let me see if I can find that. Um, real quick here. It was a little while back. Let's see here. Yeah, in Ontario. This is it. Devin, we're gonna look at your truck right now. Your 80 you're looking at. This is a 1998 80 series Land Cruiser. If you didn't know, they still produce these in South America until 1998. So um, you can still buy one in very good condition. Obviously not in the U.S. because we have a 25-year import law, but up there in Canada, where they take such good
15.
care of their citizens, yeah, they knocked it down to 15 years.
Take
So
such. Have you seen what's going on in this country right now?
I've read some, I've seen some of the stuff going on up there.
we've been protesting. It's
I
awesome.
saw that, yeah.
Uh,
So it's 42. I don't know if the price is still the same or not. Devin, let us know. But at this time, in when was this? When I saw this, it was in like October, late October. $42,000 they're asking. It's Canadian, 33.6 US, and this is a left-hand drive imported, so you don't have to deal with right-hand drive, which is kind of nice. 4.2 liter diesel engine, manual trans, the barn doors, which some people love their barn doors. Um,
I like the barn
you like the
doors.
barn doors?
Yeah,
I'm a fan of the
so much
tailgate,
stuff,
man.
so stylish.
But
Okay, I like it because it's a rarer option, and it just yeah, it's different.
yeah,
It's probably not all that practical, no, but it's just cool.
I mean, I will say it is nicer for when you're loading stuff in and out, because when you get that
Mhm.
tailgate down, if it's up on the back seats, you gotta like crawl in and to get your
Mhm.
stuff out. So it's nice for that. But yeah, this is the '98 80 series Land Cruiser, and it's got the seal beam headlamps. You might notice. I think we called this the poverty package
Yeah.
on the last show. It's got no fender flares. It's bare
You don't
bones as
need
it can
those.
get.
Those cause rust.
What's that?
I said those will cause rust. You don't need
Yeah,
those.
that's true. Yeah. Look at the
And
gauge cluster
and
though.
if you take them off, you don't have to deal with all those holes.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, that's
true.
awesome.
So basic.
What else do you need?
Yeah, you don't need a tack.
No,
um,
it's very similar to like my, the SR5 cluster that's on, or non S or normal clusters on non SR5 like third gens, except the speedo's in the middle, and then those other two gauges are on either
on each
side.
side.
But
Yeah,
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 you only get the three.
yeah. Just
And
all that
even the gauges themselves look like almost identical. It's just
they do.
different layout.
Just all the dead space here is just funny, because there's the barn doors.
I like
Those
it.
those are pretty cool. It does look very old school, which I think adds to the allure of the 80. How timeless it is.
Mm-hmm.
Chrome door handles though, so they did get fancy on that. I've never seen one with chrome door handles. There's the interior. This is obviously pretty bare bones. You got crank windows, manual locks. It almost looks
In
like
other words, it's perfect.
yeah, yeah, for sure. This would be like the perfect off-roader. You don't have to deal
Yeah,
with all the stuff.
perfect rugged off-road rig.
Yep.
Just throw in some lockers, you're good to go.
Not even a center console. The
You don't need a center console.
well
Does it
every
have on the 6040 bench? Does it have that flip down piece
well this is
like on the inside?
this I think this we saw this where they were buckets, right?
I
Yeah,
mean, it kind of looks like a 60-40
it
split.
it does, but they're separate seats. It's almost just like you can fit
Yeah,
like
but so are
one
the
and a half people here.
so is like the 6040 bench in like a third gen truck.
I mean, I guess you could maybe sit there and just like straddle the e-brake.
Yeah, but is there a cubby there or a boopity bop?
Let's see here. There's
It's
the
probably not a
diesel
photo of it.
1HZ.
Nobody cares.
There's not even carpet in there. That's how.
You don't need carpet. That's even better.
This is like the 1998 Land Cruiser version of my truck. It's so everything's manual. You got the vinyl flooring, the basic gauges. I like it. But
Me too.
yeah, if you look at the seat, I don't think they have a good picture of the seat.
Yeah, we
There's
need a picture from the passenger side.
something weird going on with it. Yeah, look at that. See, it's almost like you could fit, I don't know, two kids in the front if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah, it's
not.
definitely longer.
Yeah,
It's got
it's
to have an
definitely got an
armrest
extra
built
like
in,
maybe
no?
foot on it. I don't think it had an armrest.
Hmm.
I mean, look at the rest of the truck. Do you think they graded you with a luxurious armrest? I doubt it.
Maybe.
I mean, my 80 doesn't even have an armrest on it. It's just got the center console lid.
You don't need an armrest.
Nah,
You don't have air conditioning. Your
you don't need
windows down.
you
Your
don't need
arms
cup holders. You don't
out
need
here.
armrest.
You're in a cool Land Cruiser. You gotta like sit in style with your arm hanging out the window, even through the winter.
Exactly.
The 4-wheel drive badge is entirely out of place there in the middle.
Yeah.
The one gate couldn't
I
be
feel
like
like
offset or
something's definitely missing. Was there like an
and the
optional
same
spare tire
with
there?
the Toyota logo above the Land Cruiser is like
That's
it just seems out of
that's where they
place.
stuck it that day.
Yeah, exactly.
In
Like I was
Toyota
talking about
fashion.
earlier, whoever is working in the factory that day just sticks them wherever they want to put
Yep.
the emblems.
I like the dual, like the big brother wiper and the little brother wiper.
Hmm.
You got a
They gave you
defroster.
rear wipers.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Um,
That's pretty luxurious.
yeah. So pretty cool truck, and that's let's see what they're asking for that now. Do we have a?
Too much.
It didn't say, but it says you can stand up on the bumper like the barn door of Suburbans. That is true. That's kind of nice. Pretty cool rig. I'm surprised it's still for sale, honestly. Maybe it's not a big deal up there, but around here, in America, 80 prices are insane right now. All right, let's go back to where were we? Looking at looked at the let's look at a Trekker.
You seem to find a lot of trekkers.
There have been a lot lately. I forgot to get pictures of
That's
that one, so we'll
so
skip
weird
that.
because there wasn't that many made.
There was not,
So
and
you
they've been
seem to come
popping up.
across them.
It's Facebook, man. It
Unless
just
it's people trying to like take advantage of the Toyota tax all time high here, and like, oh, I've had this Trekker in my backyard for 30 years.
I'm sure that's part of it. Yeah.
Put it up for sale.
Yeah. Um, Here's a 81 Southern California 81 Toyota Trekker, clean title, 39 or not sorry, $9,300 or best offer, no rust, solid frame. Seems like a good price. Um, Here's the interior. She's all original. Got some miles
Oh,
on her.
beautiful. It's
But
like
look at
cream.
yeah. Uh,
Oh, multicolor.
Multicolor, yeah. And in pretty decent shape. The tailgate looks interesting.
Yeah,
Like it may
that's what I
not
was
be the
looking at in
right
that other
one.
photo.
I don't. Yeah, not a lot of detail on the ad, unfortunately. Um, Truck looks
We
pretty
avoided
good.
pictures of the rear.
No, that's all they had. And it appears that it is.
Yeah, that doesn't look right.
That looks like they just screwed a tailgate from something else on there to the.
Agreed.
Okay, well, and there's a. I see the fiberglass is cracked or something right there, so definitely a fixer-upper. But like you say, Clinton, with the Toyota tax these days,
Yeah,
not a horrible price.
no.
Um,
Well, yeah, a Trekker. If somebody got that and put a ton of time into it and like made it nice, he would like probably at least 4 times your investment if you were to resell it.
oh, for sure, yeah,
Like if you like restored a
yeah.
Trekker, just because of what they are.
Here's another one, a 1982 Trekker listed as a 4Runner. This is the Winnebago Trekker. Let's see, original Pioneer 4Runner. So yeah, as you guys probably know, this is the predecessor to the 4Runner, and they had a couple different companies convert these. Winnebago was one. Griffin was another one. So I think Griffin was the not Wolverine. I can't think what they called theirs, but there's different names for them. But Trekker is what they're usually known
Commonly
as.
referred to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surface rust, no rot, runs and drives, need some interior work. A lot of pictures of this one. I will say the patina on this truck is perfect. I
Ooh.
don't think I would ever paint this. I know you're a fan of patina as well. So there's the proper
Mhm.
tailgate. Not definitely not the one that the other one had.
Yeah, that looks way better.
Yeah. And it doesn't have. It's not like the 4Runner where it folds down. It's one piece like a
The whole
modern
back
head.
half of that thing looks
Yeah.
pristine.
It's nice. It's
It's
real
just got
nice.
faded paint on the cap.
Yeah. Um, yeah, you can tell it's a southern truck by how nice the paint is in the engine bay, and there's like zero rust anywhere, and then it's so patinaed on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so they're showing 141,000 miles.
The same red 55 we were talking about last
Yeah.
show.
Yep. Good old America. So it must be 82 when they went to the six-digit cluster then. Um, yeah, there it is. So the whole back on these is all fiberglass. That's why there's no surface rust
No
showing.
rust.
Yeah. But yeah, nice shape. Even like not even any surface rust on the chrome wheels either.
No, and like the front fenders look fantastic.
Yeah, they do. Very solid.
I'd like to see some frame shots.
Yeah, me too. Original shift knob. It's looking good.
Love those shift knobs.
I mean, even the interior is. I mean, I wouldn't complain about it. I mean, dash is obviously Arizona approved, but
Approved.
the seats aren't all ripped up and the doors aren't horrible. Get the original radio up top here, and then another radio underneath. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Apparently.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Or maybe this was like, oh, I bet this was the radio, and this was probably an optional tape deck that piggybacked onto it.
Oh,
But
weird
that's how they did
80s
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
The one parts truck, or the last parts truck I had like a 12-disc CD changer in the back seat.
Oh, I remember those.
Like, oh, that's dated.
Yeah. Yeah, with the magazine, you gotta stop and pull over, and yeah. Yeah, there's the back
The
seat flipping
relics
up.
of time you find in some old vehicles is awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen a disc changer in forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty nice example for 12 grand. I just can't get over how clean the engine bay is. You can tell this truck just sat outside its most of its life in the hot
Hmm.
sun, just by how good that looks underneath. Got some look, a little boo boo in the back there by the back wheel.
Oh, I see that.
Something happened there.
Probably drove over
Uh,
something that came up and broke the fiberglass, so they just cut it clean so that it
yeah, or maybe he didn't.
didn't crack up or something.
Yeah, or I don't know. Maybe
It's
he
hard to see. They don't really give you a detailed look in there.
didn't tighten his lug nuts all the way or something. I don't know.
The wheel fell off. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that one I think is well worth it. Um,
I think I'd rather buy the other one.
you think you would? You took a gamble on the other one?
I think it's a for the price.
Where are you gonna
Yeah.
find a Trekker tailgate though ever? I don't know.
Oh, from the Trekker store.
Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe.
True, that might be a hard part to find, but
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean,
I don't
I don't
think.
like the price of either of them, but they are Trekkers, so
I don't.
they I would justify their price more than like another first gen that is up that high because I'm sure there's lots
Yeah.
in the same shape that are asking the same amount.
Um, let's see here. Get caught up here. Where were we? Hey, thanks for everybody checking in tonight. This is probably the busiest show we've had here in a few episodes. So appreciate all the questions and you guys trying to stump us. Um,
Nick asked if I would do a 3-link SAS and put coilovers in.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'd love to. That's a pretty big undertaking and a pretty costly undertaking, so probably not anytime soon.
Down the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, part two. Could you explain how to get a softer ride in the front? And he says it's like driving an old 1 ton.
15 psi.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm literally 10 to 15 psi all the time unless I'm going on the highway. Then I put it up to 30. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Your tires are your first line of suspension in the least sprung old solid axle trucks. Um, depending on your leaf setup, trail gear leaves are pretty stiff from the right off the get go, and removing the couple bottom leaves helps. And quality shocks will also help too. But
Um,
uh, taking some pressure out of your tires definitely is
yeah.
the
Yeah.
ticket,
It's a night and day difference.
even on roads.
Let's see. Richie from Jailbreak Overlander is selling his 80 Cruiser.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither. I'm learning some new
New channels.
channels to follow here tonight. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys have any channels of your trucks, go ahead and post them in there. Give us your handle there, and we'll start following you guys as well.
Oh, also the guy that asked me about 3-link, he says I've never seen an example of a 3 or 4-link Toyotas. Look up the Dirty Burfield on YouTube. He's got a 3rd-gen truck that is 3-linked.
All right.
It's also a good follow.
Um,
On the topic of that and other YouTube channels, anyways.
Chris asks, Brian, would you ever consider doing a paid telephone consult regarding your knowledge of the 2nd-gen pickups? Mine's a 22R, and the local mechanics in my small town keep jerking me around. Need advice. And there's a lot of people out there that know a lot more than I do. Like, I've been in these trucks for a decade, so I mean, I'm definitely not a know-it-all. But hey, we're here, man. Go ahead and if you have any questions, let us know, and we'll do our
Yeah,
best to help you out.
for $45.
Is that Canadian though, or U.S.? Because if it's
Yeah,
U.S., it
right.
might not be worth it. Yeah, or yeah, anytime, or also if you just want to, shoot an email to Toyota Tuesdays at gmail.com. Send us any pictures that help describe an issue that you're having, and we'll look at those live on the show too. But Yeah, I mean, I'm really not a know-it-all. Half the stuff I learn is from you want to get yourself. Hope all these manuals don't fall on my head. Get yourself one of these guys right here.
And then
Um,
throw it out.
no, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. You you're all about the OEM parts, buying OEM fluids, OEM everything, but you don't support the OEM service manual. Why? Why?
Figure it out on your own.
No.
That's the worst that could happen.
Ah, man, worth its weight in gold. You can tell by the condition of this. You can tell by the condition of this book that I've
Oh
studied it
man.
extensively.
So when I bought my truck, I bought a Haynes manual with it because my goal with that truck was to learn how to work on my truck. You know how many times I've referenced that manual?
Well,
Zero.
the problem is it's Hanes, okay?
I've never opened it and I've never even tried to use
I bet it's about
it.
half as thick as this thing right here. Look at
It's
that.
not half, but it's like,
Beefy.
yeah.
How many pages we got in here? They didn't even number the pages in here because they wanted to save ink. That's how many pages are in there.
Oh man, that's funny. It's Nick Krell said he wants to send us pictures of the Forerunner for me to roast. I guess that is my job on this podcast. Is
Yeah.
or this show is to just roast things.
Yeah, speaking
That's
of
kind of
roast,
the character I've.
speaking of roast things, Orlando's here tonight. Remember his it was the battery wire or the
Oh
positive
yeah,
cable on the
I
battery.
remember that one.
Did you
Yeah.
get it worked out at least, Orlando? Let us know. Otherwise, there may be more roasting because that was sketchy wiring, real sketchy.
Evan, we are not. I don't know about you, but pretty much me and my circle of Toyotas, we all run Bilstein 5100s. They seem to do the trick. They've got really good warranty, and I've never had to use it.
Yeah.
So,
Um, hey, Chris, back to your question. If there's really anything I can do to give you guys advice, I always want to help you out. So just shoot an email, toyotatuesdays@gmail.com, and I'll hit you back up with my number. I don't want to throw it out there on public YouTube and have you guys send me who knows what. But yeah, anybody that needs any help, man, I'd be glad to try and help you out. But I will say in advance, man, I'm not a pro. I just know enough to get by.
he'll
Um,
send you screenshots from his manual.
Actually, I have done that. I've scanned these and uploaded them to my site before.
Really?
Yeah, because I could type all this stuff out or just scan one picture. It's just faster to scan one picture. Um,
I mean, to be fair, on my truck, the manual's not going to help you at all for anything.
that's true. Yeah, there's not much OEM left on your
The
truck.
front end is completely different. Even if you got like a factory 85 solid axle or manual and look at the front end stuff, a lot of it's different in the front end than what is factory. And like high steer never belonged on those trucks. 1UZs never belonged in those trucks. My truck was an auto from the factory. It's now manual, has dual cases from earlier trucks.
Yeah.
The only thing really stock is the rear axle housing.
Like you're at the point now where if you do shop, like if you go to an auto parts store, you get in there and you're like, I need a. Oh, wait a minute. And you guys sit there and think like, oh, my axles from this year and my.
No, I go in the auto parts store with parts numbers. I come in prepared
Okay.
because I don't want even them to try to look things up. I come in loaded, knowing exactly what I need.
Yeah. Um, when I first bought my truck, it had what did I need? I had a brake caliper stick, and I went into a store and I think I had them get like three different Toyota front calipers out and figured out that my truck had 95 V6 4Runner brake calipers on it. Because I
Nice.
kept being like, well, maybe it's an '89 pickup, and they'd be like, no, that's not it. They probably hated me. Um, but no, that was I think it was uh, AutoZone or one of those. It's one of the few places you can bring in a totally seized caliper caked in dry mud, like thick dry mud, and they don't ask any questions,
For
because
your
they got
core?
the lifetime warranty, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a good if you're gonna buy.
I've brought in some sketchy cores in the past.
Yeah.
The ones that were like brake calipers in particular that were drilled out and grinded down for IFS hubs.
Oh,
They don't get paid enough to ask questions.
No, that's true.
And speaking of that, the last time I replaced my brake calipers, the one that I got from the auto parts store, the remanufactured one, was already shaved down. Somebody returned a grinded down caliper as a core and they rebuilt it.
That's
Which worked
awesome.
out perfectly for me because I
It's
didn't
gone
need
full
to grind it
circle.
myself. So, yeah.
Oh shit! It's already 10 o'clock, guys. That was a fast hour. So
It was a
thanks
fast
for all
hour.
the questions. Oh my, Orlando, come on. He didn't fix the battery issue yet. The wiring yet. As long as you're not driving it like that, that's what matters.
It's daily.
Well, no, he's got two trucks.
I'm
That
just
was
kidding.
right. I hope you have. Yeah. He's got two trucks. I had to think about this. It's hard keeping track of.
You've got a better memory than me. I wouldn't have recognized his name and gone, oh, that's the guy.
Yeah, some of these are familiar by now. Let me check one last time for emails here. I closed the window actually. Where is it? There it is. Yoda axles. All right, I think these are the ones you're supposed to look at.
Ah,
About a front axle,
moving
90.
closer to my screen.
Yeah, zoom in here. A front axle, 92 rear V6 axle, and Chevy 63s. And oh, look at that! Your 63 video was good info. So here's his latest purchase. And there's the rear axle in the 63s and the front axle.
We can't see your screen.
Oh. There we go. This is the end of the show. All right, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah. And the front. Very nice.
It already has IFS hubs.
I'm zooming in here. Let's see.
There seems to be quite the gap between. Yeah, I think it's already
Yeah.
got IFS hubs.
It's got IFS hubs. Got the looks like the vented rotors from maybe 80 series.
Tacoma, if it's got
Or I'm sorry.
if it's got IFS hubs.
Let's go. Yeah.
98 Tacoma.
Well, there you go.
It's already trussed and
Yeah. We were supposed to roast a Forerunner. I didn't get pictures of the Forerunner. Was that? Did someone say we were supposed to roast their Forerunner?
I don't know if he said he wanted to send photos. I don't know if he
okay.
actually did.
Okay. We'll catch that on the next show then. Unless you're in spam. No, just weird promotions. All right.
You should hit up that water one.
Yeah, I'm kind of thirsty right now actually. Thinking
Yeah.
about it. I need some vitamins and minerals in my life.
What do you guys think? Should we
Start like a water review channel?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got pretty good water up there, don't you?
Yeah, I think
like
so.
so fresh.
I like my water.
Yeah.
Even my just city tap water is awesome.
All right, guys, we're gonna sign off here.
I think the worst water I've ever had was like in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some pretty bad water in the city. It tasted Akron, Ohio's water tastes just like dirt. It was
Oh,
bad.
really?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Anyways, before we get too sidetracked by water, have a great night, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
Send
let you
in
know
your
when the new show
photos
is.
and videos that you want to get roasted, I guess.
Yep, and if anyone in what was it, Czechoslovakia wants us to do any promos, send us those emails. And have a good night, guys. We'll let you know when the next show is coming up. I'll make a post on my community tab on 6 Liter Garage, and it'll probably be in a couple weeks here, so depending on who's able to not get sick and who is around and not working in freezing temperatures. So take care, guys, and have a good night.
See ya.